Well, about 8 to 9 years ago, I met Phil Shelby, who wrote the screenplay, and we started talking about a thriller that I was anxious to do, really concerning a woman on the run.
I had written this a number of years ago, and he saw the potential in it. He told me there would be work to do, that we needed to bring certain things up. We spent a good 3 to 4 months revising the script, polishing it up.
We sold it to Sony Pictures many, many years ago, Columbia Pictures at Sony, and they decided they didn't want to do it. So then we brought it over to Millennium and Avi Lerner's company, and that's what started it going.
That was one of the advantages with working with Millennium, because once the decision had been made that this was the project they wanted, they got behind it 100%, and we really didn't stop.
Your agent's always like sending you scripts. Some of them appeal to you, you know, you get the log line, you read the coverage. Some you actively go out and get yourself. This one came to me through Irwin and Charles Winkler and through my agent. And I picked it up and I read it and I went, wow, this is good. Like, who's in this movie?
I knew at that point that it was something I wanted to do. I really liked the character and I felt like she's strong, and I love strong female characters, but at the same time, she's kind of a woman in a suit, which I've never really played before, and I thought, oh, this could be interesting to just do something different, but still in the vein of an action film.
I've known Mila over the years, and always been impressed by her. I give her so much credit because it's so hard for a woman to be an international star, and you know, Mila is. She's an international action star, and it's pretty impressive when you think about how many women are in cinema today, and there's not that many.
She cottons onto something that doesn't seem right to her, and she has a very hard time convincing her superiors at the embassy that something is wrong.
You start seeing the tension immediately in what turns out to be a really great political thriller.
Kate Abbott has been brought in because she's excellent at what she does, but also just has great instincts in terms of what she does, in terms of people and assessing people. She's just one of those individuals who has a high degree of discernment, I think, and I think she's been rewarded. She's top of her class, and also, you know, she's been brought in because she's just very good, and it's an important assignment.
Several individuals from disparate places who do not have American access in order to complete a plot on New Year's Eve. They want Times Square, when the ball drops, to be a horrendous event. Mila Jovovich will save the day. And I can promise you she is a strong, tough girl.
We were very fortunate to get Mila Jovovich, because she is a #1 female action star. There's no question about that. And she brought that intensity to the role. And I must say, I admire her so much, because we were filming in London in January.
Getting from the hotel to the location in London in this weather, it's tough. That's the biggest challenge we've had. No, actually things have been going quite well. We've been fighting the weather every day. A lot of the scenes that we thought we would shoot in good weather turned out to be damp and cold. But we're making movies, and that's what we do.
James McTeague is doing a great job. I think he's very smart. I think he knows, you know, exactly how much to push and pull in this movie, and it kind of reminds me of Alan Pakula. There's an intelligence in this movie as an action movie. The mood of the film really reminds me of those great action movies of the 70s.
To me, it was important to feel like all the characters were placed here. You know, I didn't really want to try and do a lot of that CG or anything like that, and I think there's like texture that you get like off the streets that you don't get by, you know, faking it.
I'm sure that every screenwriter has pretty much the same emotion. It's, you have to pinch yourself because you can't quite believe that it's happening. But there you are, you're actually watching something you wrote be translated into another medium. You're watching people give flesh and blood to the characters that you've created. And you realize between the crew and everyone else who's there, the enormous amount of time and talent and energy that goes into making it. So it was just an incredible experience.